Welcome back, everyone. I'm Setharoth, and today we are doing a requested mod showcase for Immersive Armors. You have spoken, and I have heard, and I shall deliver. Immersive Armors gives us, obviously, a wide assortment of armors. Like, this is maybe half of everything on the list. It was a very long list. It is a fantastic mod. It fits into your load order pretty snugly, in that I didn't have to do any patches for it to make it fit with my other 300 mods that I run on my load order. It fits in nice. I didn't have any trouble with it. It gives you a lot of variety, obviously, and don't try and watch all of the little images as they fly past, because I'm about to show you all of them in their intended glory, which is why we're standing on top of Solitude in the nice sunshine, away from all the annoying NPCs that always talk to me and try to steal my thunder. So, without further ado, let's dive in. Alright, this first set is the Akviri Samurai set. Obviously inspired by Samurais of Legend with a bit of a Skyrim twist, hence the horns. It is a just breathtaking armor set. I am really enjoying the textures that were used to get all of this together. It is fantastic. Obviously this mod comes with, it has a sister mod called Immersive Weapons, and that obviously involves a katana, but that is for another showcase. Next is Alduin Scale Armor. I don't know what it takes to craft this, or if you loot it off of Alduin himself, but holy crap. You look like the abominable snowman, except covered in spikes and dragon bits. I would have to combine this with some kind of a thorn-like spell, like thorn armor, so that if an enemy hits you, they take damage, because I mean, look at those back spikes. Like, any bear that comes along and tries to bite your butt or your tail, it's not going to be pleasant for either person involved. Why does this even have a tail? I'm an orc. Is that purely decorative? I mean, it's spiked at the end, so maybe there's like a butt shake that you do in combat to just, you know, tail whip whoever's behind you. I don't know. But, oh yeah, this particular armor set, oh, there we go. Yeah. Oh yeah, look at those fists. This is for an unarmed build, where that would suck. Oh, I'll beat you to death with Alduin's own scaly hide. Oh, you gotta love, though, the detail work here on the individual plates, right? Because you can see the layering of the plates as you go from the core of the armor down the extremities. It's beautiful work. That is just, it's thicker, and it has a lot more spikes than I expected, but I mean, if you just slayed the god of dragons, then, the World Eater, then, yeah, this is about the armor set that I guess you would expect. Whew. That is intense. Holy crap. Next, we have the Apotheos armor set. It's kind of an interesting setup. I like the leather work here. You know what? Let's go ahead and go into a free camera mode and just see if we can get a closer look at the stitching here. Like, look at the detail. That is some beautiful detail work on this armor. That texture is just breathtaking. My only knee-jerk reaction to this armor is that the helmet seems a little out of place. I know it kind of has the same color tone as the fabric around the waistband, but it seems just a little bright. Maybe it's because I'm in the sunlight, so I get like the sun reflecting off the helmet, which is a very immersive touch for sure. But yeah, that is still a beautiful armor set, and the detail work that the modder has taken on this armor set, on all of these armor sets, is absolutely breathtaking. This is kind of I guess because it's Apotheos, that it kind of makes me think of Apothecary, so like a stealth type that's using leather, but at the same time, I don't know, headbutting someone with his steel helmet. Anyways, looks absolutely beautiful. If you're feeling a little nostalgic, we also have the Barbarian Hero armor set, inspired by a very specific barbarian. I will give you one hint, and one hint only. I'll be back. You can say in the comments below which franchise you think this is from, but yes, it is funny to me that this is the full Barbarian armor set. That is your body armor, your gauntlets, your boots, and your headgear. And it leaves little to protection, little to imagination, but this is an epic fantasy game, so going in with brute force and will is sometimes all that is required. Alright, next we have the Bosmer Engraved armor set. I think this is another one. I'm just going to have to go into detail on this. Because the individual folds in here are... Yeah, that is some detail work right there. Look at that stitching. That is so cool. That fascinates me that modders can do this. Just go to this level of detail. That someone would be as excited about the game as I am to be able to make such breathtaking armor. And then just put it out there for free for everyone to enjoy. It's fantastic. Alright, so the thing about the Bosmer set is it actually comes with 3 different helmet styles. So we have a... Oh, I'm going to butcher this. A coif? Coif? I don't know if that's actually how you pronounce it. Feel free to correct me in the comments below. We have the Bosmer Engraved helmet, which is slightly easier to... That's another one. I don't know. I guess just having a bald cap, maybe it's because I'm starting to lose my own hair, just way in the back top where I can't even see it in the mirror except from weird angles. Just reminds me that my grandpa was a cue ball by the age of like 50, and that might be what I have in my future. So maybe that's why when I see these really shiny cap-like helmets, my initial reaction is less than positive. But I love the faceplate, and you know what? We might as well just go in close on that faceplate as well, because why not? Yeah, that is some cool detail work right there. Look at that. That is awesome. I mean, it's purely decorative. In a real fight, that would get bent around your face so quick. But it is breathtaking detail that has been put into this. And then we have the Bosmer Engraved hood, which also looks very nice. And I feel like the hood is a better fit if you're talking Bosmer, because usually they're more stealthy. Oh, before I forget, we also apparently have a shoulder cape and a Bosmer mask. The mask is pretty straightforward, just black fabric. And then the cape is kind of a one... just the left side, which is pretty cool. Yeah, I think is that slightly inspired by maybe Assassin's Creed? Is that the one where he's got like a cape over one side? I feel like that might be an Assassin's Creed design. I don't know. We also have the Bosmer shoulder cape. These two capes are... I can't tell them apart. Maybe someone that's stared at these mods a lot longer than I have can, but they look pretty much the same to me. Okay, brace yourself for this one. We're going to strip my orc down because I don't want any other armor sets detracting from this. The Daedric armor set. Just wait. Holy crap. I mean, what better way is there to tell the bandits of Skyrim, I literally come from the bowels of oblivion, run for your frickin' lives, than to wear something like this. Oh, oh man, this is just great. I love this. I'm not sure the kind of build that... I don't even know if a necromancer build would work with this. This is like the battle mage that just shakes hands with Molag Bal on a daily basis. I mean, if you're walking around wearing this, you're sitting down for tea time with Hermaeus Mora every week just to play chess. I don't know. This is highly OP. It just looks overpowered and awesome. And I definitely would consider this for like a late game build if I feel like my character has just conquered everything and its mother. Alright, next we have the Dragon Knight armor sets. Let's see. We're going to go ahead and throw in the heavy shield. So Dragon Knight is a heavy armored dragon build with kind of a paladin-esque look to it. Oh, I love that. Look at that on the right hand side. You've got a little, you know what? I might have to get rid of the shield after all, just so you can see both sides. I love the little dragon skulls. Although, I mean, technically, I don't think you actually fight any dragons in Skyrim that are that size. So, like, you either had to shrunken head an adult dragon head, which if you know the adult dragon head size would be quite impressive, or you found a little nest and took care of some babies. Either way, it looks very creepy, and it certainly begs to differ the idea of just an elbow strike to someone's face when you have, like, spines and hell horns and pokies coming out of your elbows. But I love this armor design. That it's so cool when they start adding in different styles, because your paladin gives you such a thicker armor feel that still feels a little more immersive. Like you could run around in this in combat and be okay. The Alduin armor looks crazy impressive, but it also is super thick and kind of makes you feel like you'd be rolling down the hill instead of charging. Looks like we got a couple other Dragon Knight bits and pieces, so we'll throw those in just to see what they look like. This is a light armor set. What the frick? Okay, we're zooming in on the fox head. We are zooming in on the fox head. Oh crap! That is a fox head. The light armor Dragon Knight build requires a fox hide. I do not know why, but I think that's great. I love it when the modders throw in something, I don't know, it gives it some unique flavor. Throws in a bit of a splash of humor. You know, I appreciate that. Shield Bearer's gauntlets. I guess we can look at those and see if those are any good. Okay, those look very similar to what we've already seen. And one of the things that I really like about this immersive armor build is it actually creates some unarmored options. So this is for your mages, right? This is just regular clothing. Ironically, it's labeled Dragon Hide. So it's Dragon Hide. It won't protect you worth crap on its own without spells, but it is super expensive, and you can make oodles and oodles of gold by making and selling this. So given that this is supposed to be some kind of cloth, that looks like very restrictive cloth. I don't know, maybe it's paper mache in the shape of dragon bone, but it still looks very cool. I like the bones dangling off the back. Kind of gives you a necromancer feel that's leveled up to Dracolich, which would be another thing that would just scream run for your lives, right? You've got your Daedric armor and you've got a draconic bones Dracolich character. Anyway, so this is one of the other armor sets that will just randomly spawn throughout the game. Very expensive, great for loot, and also gives you kind of a draconic element to your spell casting, which looks very nice. Oh, I haven't even looked at these yet, not even in the demo, because I didn't want to spoil it for myself. Alright, so wait, whoa, these are all helmets? Whoa, these are all helmets. Okay, we're going to go back up. Let's see, so this is Dragon Scale, so let's assume we'll do the Dragon Knight build, and we will just ignore the helmet. So here's our Ebon Steel Classic Helm. Alright, yeah, so it's the original iron helmet, just ebon steel reinforced. Very nice. Classic veiled helm. That's kind of cool. You got some chainmail over the front, like that would be useful against piercing and slashing attacks. Which kind of makes sense, because that's the part of the face that's going to be more mobile. The ebon steel claw helm. That does look cool. I mean, you could headbutt somebody with this and do some very neat, very nice damage, for sure. The claw veiled helm. Okay, I'm seeing a theme here. Anything veiled has like a chainmail veil, which is still pretty cool. Oh, the grand helm. That sounds very nice, very impressive. Oh, yes. That looks like Maleficent's horns. Somebody called Maleficent. Someone stole her horns and stuck them on a helmet. The grand helmet. That does look very nice. I can't argue with that. That is pretty cool. And then you have your veiled version, which again gives you a nice face cover. I do feel like the veiled version is a little more immersive, because with most armor you don't want your face just like open to be punched. But at the same time, I mean, if you're doing a stealth build, you just want a little cloak to cover your face, little hoodie. Then we have the horn helm, which gives you similar to the iron helmet build, but with the horns going forward. Again, we have a veiled variety. Might as well take a good look at that. There we go. Very nice. Let's see. Oh, we can have a look at the shield. That is pretty cool. That is nice. It's cool when they start incorporating like literal dragon bone into the structure. Like that screams either dragon bone or mammoth or giant. But if you're the guy that killed the dragon, the mammoth, or the giant, the other guys need to run away for their lives. Okay, this one looks a little interesting. Let's go ahead and zoom in on this one. I want to take a closer look at this one. Alrighty, what do we got here? I really do like the detail work here. It's pretty cool. That is some beautiful work on that helmet, I gotta say. That's why we're here. We can check out the shield while we're at it. That does look awesome. It is just amazing to me what... I write in my free time. I've written a bunch of novels, but I've always been a little jealous of artists that can create something this beautiful, because it's so easy for them. Like in 30 seconds, they can say like, "Here's what I can do," and then everyone goes, "Wow!" But I mean, if you write a 300-page novel, You don't really have the same options for some to, you know, you're not going to be able to show that to someone in 30 seconds. All right, next we have Dwarven Mage Heavy Boots, Gauntlets, Hood, and Robe, which is ironic because it counts as heavy armor. So this is your Battle Mage. Oh, that is definitely Dwarven. Dwarven Heavy Armor Battle Mage. That's interesting, because I do tend to lean towards Battle Mages from a build standpoint, like lots of defense and you use magic. So this would kind of thematically go into what I usually build, rather than going with a bunch of light armor and then running around unimpeded. Then we have the IMMERSIVE. I know I'm butchering that. Feel free to lecture me in the comments below on the proper way to pronounce IMMERSIVE. But this is another set of plate armor, heavy. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay, yes, this will necessitate a close-up. It just, look at all this stuff. Okay, so we've got, are those Falmer ears? Okay, Falmer ears, some kind of a medallion under the Falmer ears. And we have your Apothecary Satchel. I'm pretty sure that is a troll skull. Pardon me, sir. I know this is a bit invasive, but some of this is quite impressive. We've got your Necessity Bones, Human Skull. Hope it's no one I know, or no one that owes me money. Oh, wow, look at the detail here. Blackbriar Meat. Like, even, like, you can zoom all the way in and see exactly where all that comes from. And you've got your horn. The spikes on the gauntlets is just awesome. Oh, geez, there's more back here. All right, so you got your knife, your journal, probably some bounties. That is a beautiful armor set. I love that this one just kind of, it's almost like it's a hodgepodge of different things. Like if you could build your own armor as you proceeded through the game, I feel like that's what it would look like. Okay, so next we have Falkreath armor. This is another heavy armor set. I mean, Falkreath is kind of, I feel like this is something Solitude would put out for like a grand arena. I mean, look at this place. Like, does this armor not look like what you would expect from the one of the largest, most powerful cities in Skyrim? Do you really look at this armor and think, oh yeah, that's the Podunkville Falkreath? Of course. But the armor itself, I mean, this looks amazing. Look at all this. Just the texture on the individual links of chain and just the back of the armor, that looks amazing. Wow. Oh yeah, let's take a look at the crown while we're over here. The crown is definitely Falkreath. Like that, the modder did capture Falkreath in the crown for sure. That is cool. And I think there was one more. Oh, wait, can I? Oh, I can change armor while I am in camera mode. I should have realized this earlier. Oh, jeez. That is so funny to me. I don't know why. It's like a paladin. Oh, you know what this is? So if you've ever played Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, there's a subclass of paladin that's Oath of the Ancients that like helps the Fae or the forest creatures. This is the armor class you would use if you wanted to do an Oath of the Ancients paladin run in Skyrim. This is what you would do. That armor set would be perfect for that. And oh, can't forget the shield. Let's have a look. See, okay, that is pretty cool. That is very well done. That is a very angry looking deer. Yeah, if you want like an angry man-eating deer, use the Triumvirate mod and get the Ravagore spell. You conjure Ravagore, it really looks like an angry deer. So you just picture this guy with a giant angry deer at his beck and call, and there you have it. You have the Revenge of Falkreath. For you Solstheim survivors, we have the Glacial armor set, which looks very, very sky blue. Wow. Oh, that, again, just the detail that the modder went into here is just fantastic. Look at that. You can see the individual chain links. The shield looks breathtaking too. That is awesome. I'm not exactly used to being sky blue myself. Probably not the shade that I would prefer if I was trying to intimidate my foes. But it still looks absolutely beautiful. Can't argue with that. Not one bit. We also have a light armor option. Let's see if that looks... which actually looks pretty similar. I think it's just a little thinner around the waist. Doesn't quite look as heavy. So as far as shields goes, there's like 50,000 different types of shields, and a lot of them just look like the kind of stuff you'd expect bandits to cobble together, so I didn't want to roll you guys through 50 different shields, but just know that there are at least 50 different shields. They're all over the place. There's a lot of really good stuff that I just can't cover in one video. Next we have the heroic armor set. Okay, this is screaming like Roman Centurion or maybe Roman Gladiator. What do you guys think? I get a taste of Rome in this for some reason. Which is so I'm picturing like a short sword and a shield with this particular armor set. But again, that just, I mean, look at the detail on the fabric itself. You can see the individual seams in the fabric. Just fantastic. I love the Skyrim logo right there with the wings. That is a really nice touch. I love it. Oh, this is a beautiful mod set. And the one reason why I haven't been able to show a lot of this in my playthroughs so far is because a lot of these don't drop until much later in the game, and because I'm modding, I'm perpetually starting my game over. Oh, hello. Okay, what is this? Paladin armor. Oh, alright, that's very, very straightforward. Here we have our Paladin armor set. The wings definitely give you a divine sense. The fact that they are see-through would suggest that they are actually feathers rather than some form of metal. And then we have little stars along the helm. That's interesting. I like that you can actually see some use, like there's some signs of scarring on the metal, like it's already been in a fight. I do wish that the face was more covered. It is still a breathtaking mod. The detail work on each layer of the armor is just beautiful. And for a paladin playthrough, I could totally see a character dressed like this kicking in the door of the worshippers of Molag Bal and just lighting up vampires by whatever means appealed to you at the time. Oh, paladin shield. There we go. Yeah, might as well look at that. That is a nice touch as well. That is a beautiful shield. Definitely captures like the angelic side of the paladin playthrough. Next we have a Redguard armor set, including a cape, which seems pretty reminiscent of the armor sets we already see in regular Skyrim, but I do love the detail that he went into on the chainmail. You can also see like there's a apothecary pouch, a coin purse. We have a lovely, oh, I need to get rid of the shield. That is not part of the armor set. These people are more scimitar based, and the cape is also very well done. Oh, geez. Oh, there we go. Yeah, you can see the individual seams in the cape, which is just fantastic. Okay, so we're coming down to the tail end of our armor sets here. We also have the Spellbinder Crimson Armor. Oh, wow. Okay, that's pretty creepy. That's like the Mark I Iron Man suit, just bathed in the blood of his enemies. The face plate, at least. We've got the Skyrim logo. We have another bag here on the side of some scrolls and stuff. I love the runes along the edge of the cloak here. That is so cool. And the detail is such that you can actually go in, and I don't read ancient Nordic runes, but I think if you could read whatever this says. I have no idea what it says. It might say don't forget to buy eggs on your way home. I don't know. It's just, look at this beautiful armor set. Oh wait, do I still have a Redguard cape? I still have a Redguard cape. There we go. Okay, that's better. That is looking better. That is so cool. Oh, I love the book on the side here. Like a book that you have attached to your side. As a mage, for example, having a spell book that's attached to your armor set would be cool. That is a beautiful armor set. Alright, let's have another look at that armor just in the light of day. This was Spellbinder Crimson Armor. That looks a little better. I guess the face is just perpetually buried in shadow because it's always at an angle. But I do love... That is a creepy armor set. I mean, if someone's like apparently dyed their gear in the blood of their enemies and they're hurling magic spells, it's time to get out of Dodge. Oh, if I was doing a vampire playthrough though, that might be the armor set I'd pick if I went to side against the Dawn Guard. That'd be pretty cool. Then we have the Runic armor set, which is a similar design with a different color scheme, which again is really cool. I like the light blue effect on the runes, which gives you more of a magic type build rather than like blood magic type build, which is what I'd suggest from the Crimson armor, obviously. Again, it's really cool to see some heavy armor sets that are designed for mages, because generally speaking, the game engine itself kind of encourages mages to go without any armor at all. Case in point, we have the Tribunal Unarmored armor set. So this looks more of a ceremonial armor set, to say the least. There's like every color of these under the rainbow. I just picked one, but there's like 20 other Tribunal armor combinations. There was red, blue, green, yellow, purple, whatever. So I just went with blue because it just sounded cool. And like blue and gold is a good combo. But that, again, this is just an example of just the fantastic detail that the modder has gone into to make these different armor sets. And again, this one is actually unarmored. That is the actual type. So you would want to combine this one with some kind of a flesh armor spell. Oh, this should be good. All right, next we have Troll's Bane. Okay, they took it literally. I really like that. So we're going to zoom in on this for sure. We have the head of a troll, because, I mean, why not? Bones of trolls for pauldroloons, which is that is a cool effect. I like that. Troll fur for your cape, of course. Some backup knives, because, I mean, why not? We've got... Again, you get this kind of a wilder feel to it. Like, the armor is professional and looks like it could stave off the hit from a troll, but at the same time you get this feeling like this is an adventurer that tacks along trophies and picks up little odds and ends along the way and then incorporates it into the armor set, which is fantastic to me. I like that. You know, a lot of the armor sets that we get for hunters and rangers are very light and thin and kind of designed for stealth. This is like someone that's graduated beyond that and just would take out trolls with his bare hands for fun in his free time. Then we have the heavy helmet, which is still a heavy, both of them are heavy armor types, but the heavy helmet is like, oh geez. That is wow, that dislocated the jaw to get that kind of effect. But that is a creepy effect. I like it. What's this next one? The Troll's Bane. Oh, heavy mask. Also very creepy. Okay, now we're getting into necromancer territory, at least for the mask part. Definitely for the troll mask if you want to whip out the red carpet for someone you want to heavily creep out. We have the Vagabond Dusk armor set, which again is... Oh, this is an interesting combination. This is almost like Dark Brotherhood decided to start assassinating animals instead of people. Like, it has that same assassin-esque stealth kind of vibe, but given that you've got the head of a frickin' bear and bear fur, that is cool. I like that a lot. I'm not quite sure what the significance of the... Oh, it's the Falkreath symbol again, I think. But that... Oh, geez. He's even got spikes on his shins. Ooh. A ball kick from this guy could do some serious damage. Alright, we're almost done. Next is the Vanguard Plate Armor set. I prefer the closed because, I mean, look at that. Look at that. I know in the Middle Ages this is what they did while they were talking and stuff, because you had to get the helmet off your face. But at the same time, like, can you imagine pulling up an entire playthrough like this with your front dome open? It's like driving down the highway with your hood up. Anyway, so we're going to close the plate, because that way it actually looks effective at covering your face. Again, the detail on this is fantastic. And the fur, that's kind of, the intermixing of fur and metal is a really cool touch. And you can really see like the individual seams of the fabric. This modder did a fantastic job. All right, this next set you guys have actually seen on some of my other videos. This is one of the first armor sets that I picked up. This is called Vardenfell. Let me make sure I get that right. Vardenfell Glass. Vardenfell Glass armor set, which just looks freaking breathtaking. Look at that. Oof. Like, in any direction, if something bites you in this from any direction, it's going to get stabbed in the face by something. The shield looks breathtaking as well. It's such an interesting twist on the standard glass armor set that we got in vanilla Skyrim. Particularly the assortment of spikes. It's just beautiful. I'm a fan. This is one of my favorite armor sets. It looks different and otherworldly and super creepy, and the green glowing eyes just tops it off, right? It's like, I don't know what's possessed me, but it's going green and you're going red. Next, we're going to look at the War Chief Heavy armor set, which is going to come with first a battle crown. Now we're getting into the orc stuff. Oh, am I missing boots? Stompers. There we go. Alright, this is more orc type. So, orc armor for my orc character. A couple of human skulls dangling from his waist. Nothing to worry about. Lovely combination of spikes, fur, and orichalcum. Is that what the metal that you use for orc armor is called? I think that is. I don't do a lot of heavy armor smithing. If you haven't guessed by my usual videos, I tend to go more in the way of magic. We have the heavy headdress. Oh yes, nothing says I am the tough guy here like a frickin' saber cat head over your head. I don't know. Which one do you think is more intimidating, the saber cat head or the troll head? If you had to fight with either of these guys, one with a troll head for a helmet and one with a saber cat head, which would you find more intimidating? Let me know in the comments below. I think the saber cat fangs top it off, but that's just me. Next we have the Wild Hunt. Oh, okay. Alright, I take it back. This is the necromancy build. This is the necromancy build. Look at that face mask. Oh, jeez. This guy is like aspiring to lichdom before he liches out. The detail on that is amazing. You can see the individual cracks in the bone. That is so cool. Little touch of what I assume is dragon bone as one Paul Draloon. And then the metalwork here. The individual texture and detail is just fantastic. Again, this modder really likes spiked shins. It's a really good battle tactic, I guess. Oh, actually, for the you guys remember there's a kill move for wolves where you like actually kick it in the face. These armor sets would be great for that because then it looks like it might actually kill the dog. Alright, then we have a light armor version of the Wild Hunt armor set, which has a much less creepy facial covering, but still gives you all of the spikes that look super intimidating, and a lovely balance of cloth and metal, and probably some bone in there too, which again, just looks absolutely beautiful. And then we're going to wrap this up with the Witch Plate armor set, which the glowing runes in particular, I don't know if this is like a World of Warcraft themed armor set or something. It feels familiar to me, but I can't put my finger on what franchise it's from. The armor itself looks just breathtaking. Look at the detail into this. The detail that the modder made, or the detail that he took to make this armor, is just fantastic. I love the runes that are glowing, kind of contrast. I'd usually use mods that give your eyes a bit of a glow, so having the glowing eyes contrasting with the runes is a nice touch. Some armor sets like these that live skin bare though kind of makes me chuckle. It's like the Mandalorian armor where the projectiles only hit the little plates that are covered and never actually hit like the bare part of the arm that is just protected by fabric. I believe they call that plot armor, but I am a fan of the Mandalorian, so I don't want to razz it too much. Anyway, let me know in the comments below what your favorite armor set was that we've discussed so far. Mine, I think, I mean, the Daedric. It's really hard to top the Daedric because it just screams like, get off my lawn. That is a beautiful armor set. I bask in the blood of my enemies. I'm the Lord of Skyrim. Bring it. I will win. Oh, geez, look, there's actually individual spikes coming out of the back, and they each have individual little rune sets at the base. That is such an attention to detail. Whew. Anyway, this is the mod Immersive Armors. I was able to bring it into my load order without any problems. I didn't have to do any patches or anything, so it should fit right into your load order as well, although, as always, make sure to check for conflicts when you bring it in. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video so far. Let me know in the comments below what your favorite armor set that we saw today was, and what kind of a build you would pick for running a playthrough in that armor set. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Feel free to like my video and subscribe to my channel. I will see you guys later. Take care.